Hi Capricorn, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your November 2015 forecast for the month. It is a beautiful California day, and I wanted to thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing these posts, and for your support on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. I also wanted to thank you for indulging me and allowing me to put my music up on the channel, and for those of you interested, I won't inundate you too much with my band information, but if you're interested, our website is ethersmusic.com, and that is the intro music that you hear, and we're also on YouTube at Ethers Music. Okay, let's start November. I like November because it's very focused on two separate areas of the chart. And it's the 10th house of career and the 11th house of goals and friendships and support. So let's start the forecast. On the 2nd of November, Mercury, finally direct and officially clearing his shadow, enters Scorpio, your 11th house of goals and friendships and organizations and clubs and groups. So Mercury, information, communication, the intellect, the mind, mental agility, study, focus. In the 11th house of goals, there's information coming in regarding clubs and organizations that you need to be connecting with. Mercury wants to see you connecting, Capricorn. He's only here for 18 days, so take advantage of the first 2 weeks at the top of November to realign your goals if necessary, and see what friends you need to reach out to in order to make some things happen, to make some things progress here. Mercury is communications and connection, so that will come effortlessly for you when he's in Scorpio. On the 8th of November, Venus enters Libra, a cardinal sign. Venus, the planet of harmony and balance and love and sensuality and money. Entering Libra affects your 10th house of career and recognition, but this also activates the cardinal energy. Uranus, stationed in Aries, another cardinal sign, will be affected. Spontaneous career energy, because Uranus is unexpected electric insights and surprise in Aries. Trining Libra, trining Venus in Libra in the 10th house of career. It could be a smoothing over of this career sector and making you be noticed and seen. Venus is attraction, and people could be attracted to what you have to offer in the 10th house. The 10th house of retirement, or the 10th house of title change, social status, leverage, success. It's the pinnacle. You rule the 10th house naturally, Capricorn, on the solar wheel. It is right next to the midheaven, the path, the purpose. Venus will be in Libra through December 4th. So we'll see how that could apply. Applies very differently to all of you. If you'd like a personal reading, that can get very accurate. So these are general forecasts. We'll see how it applies for you. On the 11th, 11/11, the new moon is at 19 degrees of Scorpio on Veterans Day. And this affects the 11th house. Whoa, 11/11/11? What? I like that. I like the numerology energy of this. The moon on 11/11 affects your 11th house, Capricorn. This is conjunct Mercury in the social sector, the friendships, the goals, the clubs, the wishes, the personal wishes. This new moon trines Chiron in Pisces in your 3rd house of communications. So really reaching out to the connections, the 3rd house that Mercury naturally governs. And Mercury will be in this 11th house. So all of these energies are really insisting that you do the reaching out. You need to communicate about your goals. You need to communicate with people who can influence you or perhaps help you in this area. Now, trining Chiron, that new moon, Chiron is the wounded healer, the asteroid, wanting to heal the communication style of Capricorns over the last years, wanting to lend some ease to the communication style, or how you're communicating with others and how your information is coming across or being received. On the 12th of November, Mars, the planet of passion and energy, stimulation, desire, enters Libra. The cardinal energies are activated, the 10th house, where he'll be conjunct Venus. So Mars and Venus following each other. Mars is here through the 3rd of January of 2016 because he transits slower than Venus and Mercury do. So there's a lot of stimulation in the career sector for you. And it starts at the top of the month, but officially, you know, when Mars, the planet, the energy in our solar system next to the sun, enters the 10th, it's hard not to have stimulation in that sector. There's a lot of people noticing Capricorns when it comes to what you do for work, for your career. There could be promotion in a big way, leverage, title change with Mars in the 10th. On the 20th of November, Mercury quickly shifts again into Sagittarius, out of Scorpio, into the 12th house. Now this is when your dreams come alive. When Mercury is in the 12th, that is the REM sleep, that is premonition energy, that is communication while sleeping, and the subconscious mind can hear and process the information being relayed to you. Mercury is here through the 9th of December. I love when Mercury is in the 12th house. I have a notepad next to my bedside. I usually do anyway, but it's very active. I'm journaling in the middle of the night. So that might be something that you'd like to do, because you can get information while you sleep. And dream interpretation and just words and numbers alone and sentences are messages and inspiring from not just external sources, but from you, from your soul, the deep part of you, the cerebellum and the cerebrum, the two separate parts of the mind, one that gets in the way of the other. Mercury there wants you to heed that instinctual message that your soul is trying to relay to you. Not just angels and external energies, but your soul that is alive outside of the blood and skin and bones that we live in. How's that for some Halloween for you? We're getting a little witchy. Okay, on the 22nd, the sun follows suit, following Mercury into Sagittarius, like he does every year. The 12th house is activated, the house of spirituality, the house of rest, the house of dreams and intuition, the house of the undoing and releasing addictions, the house of rest and peace. Get your sleep, Cap. You know, I know a lot of Capricorns are on the go, and you're really governed by what drives you in the 10th house of career, and whatever social connections might be driving you this month due to Mercury and the new moon activating the 11th house. But it is a time for rest because you're preparing before your birthday. And 6 to 7 weeks or so prior to your solar return, your body might need recuperative rest and shuts down and focuses on a lot of the lessons that you've learned over the last year. And in order to really gather experience and to know what path you're heading towards after the solar return, you need to sleep. You need to hibernate, and you need some of that recuperative rest. Now we have our full moon on the 25th at 3 degrees of Gemini. And this is in the 6th house of work and daily routine. It's all about work, Cap. Work and rest, work and rest. Full moon bringing an ending, closure, culmination, and awareness in the 6th house of health, diet, daily routine regimen. Pets. Okay, so Cap, around the holidays, do not feed turkey or chicken bones to the dogs at the table, because I don't like a full moon in the 6th house when it comes to pets. For those of them that might be ailing, this is a sign of release. But you know, this full moon trines Venus and Mars in Libra. Gemini, an air sign, like Libra and Aquarius. This full moon will be trining the career sector. So I really want to say the 6th and 10th house trine is about your work. It's about the focus of how you're spending the hours within the structure of your day. And the cards might relay more about that. Get to them in a minute. But it's the Gemini full moon, and it's a little bit earlier. Gemini full moons usually take place in December, but this one is a little early, and that's right around Thanksgiving time. So we'll see how that applies to all of you individually. And by the end of November, both Neptune and Chiron will be direct in Pisces, in your 3rd house of communication. So, and one of that is really positive. Chiron direct we love because everyone can use the extra benefit of the healing. Neptune direct is delusional and puts his rose-colored glasses back on. So when he's retrograde, he takes them off. So your communication style is being healed, but you need to really make sure you're saying what it is you truly mean within. Because with Neptune, it can get a little drunk, a little nebulous, a little dreamy. I am using the Tarot of the Witches because I am definitely feeling it this season. I'm also being interviewed on the 28th of October by Joanna DeVoe, putting the K in magic. So I am using the Tarot of the Witches because it's going to be Halloween soon, and this is the deck by Fergus Hall I've had for decades. The Emperor on the back. Very cartoon illustrations, and I thought it was apropos for the reading, so I pulled it out. Let's see what happens, Capricorn. For November, according to the cards, according to the Tarot of the Witches. And if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyalison.com, and we can set that up. No problemo. Capricorn. All right, transition, death, the 8th house, change, sex, addiction. Transition is what's coming to me in a big way. Also, he looks like he's ready for Halloween, doesn't he? He's like, hey, it's Dia de los Muertos. That's on the 1st and 2nd of November, so this is very witchy energy. Okay, so transition. And the death card rules Scorpio in the tarot. So Scorpio is impacted severely. It's where Mercury will be, the new moon, and it has that Scorpio energy, the card. So let's see what else comes up. Ooh, sorry, I dropped it. It flew right out of my hand. The five of Swords. These cards are very trippy. 5 of Swords. Well, righting wrongs and fixing what is broken, coming up with a little bit of competition. But you are dealing with a lot of career energy, and you know, everyone's fighting for the top in some of these positions. This is so cool. Look at him, the Strength card. Absolutely. He looks like he's about to wrestle, tussle. He's also got like bows in his hair and a lot of makeup on. This is like, I love this. And he's standing in coals. It's strength, okay? This is superb or super card to pull in the middle of a reading, because it means just that. It's strength. It is your health and well-being. It is being strong and reliable and sturdy, and actually manifesting something through your guns. The Seven of Wands, or batons, or fire, staves. There's a lot of different words for what each symbol represents. You definitely have some competition around you, and maybe some argument or a little bit of aggression. And when I think of aggression, these two together, maybe some of you are fighting or wrestling or working in that 10th house of career. Now, a few other cards came out. Oh, look how pretty, the Star card. These are super cool. This could represent an Aquarius energy. And the Strength card is also a Leo energy, represents Leo. So you have a lot of major arcana, but the Star is recognition. It's 10th house. It's success. You also have the Six of Coins, which is property, money, earnings, getting paid what it is you're due, the recognition that you receive, and the Moon. I use all the cards in the last pile that I drop, and these were all in there. So a lot of major arcana cards, emotional energy, but 12th house, the Moon, governing Pisces, governing the 12th house, the house of rest, where Mercury and the Sun are, the premonitions that I discussed, the subconscious mind, healing through rest. So, okay, the Death card, the Strength card, the Star, the Moon, lots of major arcana energy. And these two cards, Five of Swords and Seven of Wands, or batons, competition, righting wrongs and fixing what is broken in order to get stronger. Maybe some of you were athletes and you were injured and you were healing, because I'm getting a lot of competitive energy around you. Maybe some of you just are changing the way you're working, changing the style of how you work. You see how he's on a mound of dirt and rocks, and so is he? If you change, you can get stronger with this transition. And some of you might be digging in the dirt. That's a Peter Gabriel song. I love that song, Digging in the Dirt. Anyway, yeah, I mean, and the coloring behind them. These two look very similar to me, as if this is him, this is the bones of him. This is this, like, almost like him, the same card, but if you took off all the meat, this is what he would look like. So maybe a lot of you are dealing with changes in the 6th house of diet and routine and daily regimen that's activated for you. Thin versus muscular, beefing up a little bit, getting some meat on your bones. Now, these are all things I'm hearing. There's success around you and earnings if you make this physical change, I think. And the competition doesn't matter when you have the Star card. And you rule the 10th house naturally on the wheel cap, so there is no competition, okay? This is a pretty cool reading, and I feel like really trippy reading. Really, these cards are throwing me a little bit, but I love them because I love knowing the terminology of the cards regardless of what they look like. It helps me too as a reader. So Capricorn, thanks for joining me, and I'm wishing you a beautiful November, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.